Welcome back to Noise Avocation Podcast. I'm Jeremy. As you can see, Ryan isn't here, and I'm sitting in his spot. So Ryan had like a fallen tree or something, and so today I have
Kiritsis.
today we have Kiritsis with us from Indiana. Yeah, dude, because it was funny when Ryan was like, "Yo, check out this band," and I already pre-ordered your fucking tape. I was like, "Oh shit, this works out good."
Nice.
Hell yeah.
You got a baller looking setup there, man.
Oh, appreciate it. This is Ryan's side. Mine's usually over on the other. Why don't you guys tell us what you fucking do in the band?
Yeah, I'm Eric. I play guitar.
I'm Bill. I'm a bass player.
My name's Bake. I do vocals.
Nick, drums.
Awesome. It's nice to meet you guys.
You too, man.
Nice to meet you, brother.
So, you guys just put out this. Can you see it? Yeah, I can do it this way. Just put this out, what, 2, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's almost a month old.
Almost a month old.
It's fucking killer, man. I dig it. It just hits hard as fuck and does not let up. Well, it slows down for a second, but it's definitely paced fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
Congratulations on that. Shout out to Wise Blood Records. They always have killer shit.
Sean's the best.
Yeah, Crossfire is another band I fucking dig. That's
So
another good
me and the singer from Crossfire used to play in a band together
one. Oh, right.
called Sundown. And that's how I got a hold of you, is because I saw that you did a write-up for Crossfire. I was
Oh,
like, I'm
right
gonna
on.
fuck her up.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that band's killer too.
Dude, their new EP is sick.
Yeah, agreed. Fucking heavy. But you guys are shit. Man, that shit's crazy heavy on your end with the sludge and it's like really blackened, but then the drums I really feel like kind of take you on like that. It had like that evil trip to it that I really dig. It's grimy, you know what I mean?
Right on. Thank you.
So you guys just got this band together like a year ago?
Yeah, just about. I think it was just timing more than anything because like Nick and Bake and I were in a band a long time ago,
20 years ago, we
Yeah.
were in the band together.
and we're just trying to get back into it. And like I was just waiting on Nick to finish his school and all the things that he was doing. And Bake and I attempted this, I think, in a couple of different incarnations, and eventually the timing all came together, and we didn't find Bill, we knew Bill, and we pulled it all together, and it just worked out finally. But yeah, it's pretty quick. We're probably less than a year that we've all been playing together.
So you guys are a little bit older then?
Yeah.
So am I, dude. You know what I mean? I'm
I'm the youngest and I look the oldest.
see.
Maybe.
That's usually I'm the opposite.
So Nick and I grew up in the same town, and my grandmother lived like a block away from him. So I've known Nick since I was 6, 7 years old. And I used to go hang out at his house when he was having band practice with his old bands in the late 90s, early 2000s. And that's how him and I met. So I'd be riding my bike around or skateboarding and shit. And he'd be having band practice, and I just wandered into his house one day pretty much. And that's how Nick and I met years ago.
Yeah, that was like literally probably 25, 30 years
It
ago.
was like 1997, 1998.
Yeah, right? No, that's what I love about this shit, man, is fucking hardcore is like a lifetime thing, you know what I mean? Or people in the scene, it's like you can come back together 20 years later and everything's like I just fucking saw you yesterday, you know what I mean?
Dude, when we got back together, it was like we hadn't skipped a beat on playing music with each other.
Yeah, it's just all new songs now, all new songs and an all new name and, different members. We're down a guitar player, up a different bass player, so.
So how'd you find the bass player then? Hiding
Bill and
back there all like inconspicuous and shit.
I don't remember
My ass in the way.
how we met, but like we attempted to do some things back in the day, and it just never worked out. And I still send him the tracks and say we should resurrect at least one song that we wrote in this basement over here years ago. But yeah, but he's just like the most solid bass player and probably the nicest dude on the fucking planet.
Oh,
He is. I think he's known for it. He's just
That's
like
what's up.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he had to come do it with us.
I saw Eric here post a video of it was like an early version of this, and I don't think it was even called Kiritsis at that point. It was
Yeah.
just the three of you guys And I just sent him a message, and I was like, dude, that shit is awesome. And he hit me back, and he's like, oh, well, what are you up to right now?
Yeah.
I said, well, I'm currently between things. And at that point, Bake was playing bass and
I
vocals.
was doing bass and vocals, and it kind of came down to I pretty much was like, if you want my vocals to sound good, I can't play bass and do vocals. So we should probably find a bass player, because if we try and make this a 3-piece and I do bass and vocals, either the bass playing is going to be lacking or my vocals are going to be lacking as fuck. So we should find a bass player, turn this into a fucking 4-piece, and I'm just going to do vocals. And that's pretty much how a bass player got introduced to the whole scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The timing of that was perfect though, because you reached out to say you liked it right before you decided we were going to do that. But you're probably the top dude on my list anyway. Maybe the only dude. Honestly, I don't know anybody.
Hey, man.
But yeah.
So
Yeah, I
did
think
Owen,
there
did
was-
you have that killer fucking tone first, or did you bring that to the table?
me, the
Yeah.
bass tone.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
That's all Bill.
that's
Dude,
that's all
yeah, that
me.
shit-
That's all him.
Yeah.
that really stands out on this fucking record too, man.
Okay.
Like,
Thank you.
got like
Yeah.
that 90s grungy, industrial-ish feel
Yes.
to it. Like, you don't hear it a lot, and it's really stands out, man.
Yeah, I'll spill the beans on it, man. I don't understand people being precious about their tone. One of my bass heroes is Ben Green from Godflesh.
Oh,
And-
right on.
I just completely aped his setup, man. It's a Boss HM2 and a Boss EQ pedal. And yeah, I mean, I don't think my sound is exactly like his, but it's definitely similar.
You just dime those out.
Yeah.
Just dime,
Oh, yeah.
turn all the levels up on them.
And I use the EQ pedal just to bring out a little bit more bass because that HM2 is so trebly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super fucking sludgy and, dirty sounding, man. It's fucking cool. Everything meshes really well, you know what I mean? I noticed, like, I don't know, you guys work off each other very, very well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The chemistry's been amazing, dude. Like when I came in, I think there was 5 songs already in the can. Like you guys had pretty much set they are as they are on the album. And then we sort of hashed out the last 3 kind of together.
Yeah.
But I was super happy with how quick those last 3 songs came together. It was like every time we have a practice, we crank out a new song. And because at first it was just going to be like an EP.
Yeah.
And then we got through those songs so quick, we're like, fuck it, we're just going to do an album.
Yeah, at first we were just going to put out like a 4-song EP, and we were like, you know what, if we're going to spend fucking money on this, we may as well put out a full length
Right.
and just cut straight out the fucking gate.
A full 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
You know what? It's-
Dude, Hatebreed, Satisfaction is Death of Desire is one of the best fucking records ever, and it clocks in with 14 songs at 23 minutes.
I'm
So,
Fun fact.
right now I'm wearing a fucking Hatebreed hoodie. So
my dude,
I'm on your side with that. And
less is more
30 minutes-
sometimes.
yeah, dude, 30 minutes in this is perfect because your ear is like, it doesn't get tired. And all the way you have, like I said, the songs paced out. Some people fuck that up and it gets boring. And it's how you guys have it laid out. It's like by the time you get to the end, you're like, oh shit, it's already over. That's a hard thing to pull off sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was pretty intentional. I think I sent these guys like different playlists. I even like put them together in like GarageBand or something just so we could get used to listening to that order. But I think we kind of pace the live stuff kind of the same way, where it's just like ramp up and then drop that in and easy, a little bit in once you get used to it being hard. And then I think a lot of people have kind of commented that they like how towards the end it gets more experimental, like
Oh, definitely.
Never Coming Home and Deny Defend are just a little different, and it just kind of slides into those. But you get a heavy song in between that with the like the Taste, which is kind of a 2-minute like
Yeah,
punch
2-minute
thing.
banger.
Yeah, like the Taste is our fucking Punisher song.
Right.
Yeah, I
right.
mean, Nick and I started writing Knuckles and maybe Never Coming Home in like February of
It
24.
was January.
Was it January?
Yeah.
It's right around there.
Yeah.
And like the other day, I was just going through all these videos we had because we recorded all of it. And like Knuckles was almost a song, like the second time we practiced. Like,
Well, the chorus riff of Knuckles I wrote when we were in our old band 20 years ago.
No, you wrote that. No, you wrote that way after. I don't know which of your many bands you were in, but you came to my house after I had my first kid, and you played it for me in my garage or something. And like that was probably 15
years ago.
Maybe a little bit less than that, but yeah. And then,
but Eric remembered that riff that I wrote fucking forever ago, and that was the chorus riff of the first song that we all did together.
I always played it though. I mean, I remember everything, all this stupid shit. But yeah, I always played that riff, and it just happened to fit really well.
Just something you just always fucked around with.
Yeah,
that's
like
cool.
some like when Mastodon was a good band, just like some Mastodon worship shit from.
Is it the bum 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 bum?
Yeah.
I thought you could still write riffs, just too lazy.
I am lazy as fuck, dude. Straight up. I'm so excited to be in a band where I just do vocals and I don't have to play instruments. I still help them carry their gear every once in a while, but
that's nice of you. My fucking favorite track on is Never Coming Home, actually, like you were saying about the more experimental.
Dude.
I think that's that's a great track, and I love the beginning. Kind of reminds me of like some John Carpenter shit.
Yeah, it's kind of. For a minute, I thought it was a copyright infringement, but with those notes. But I had a friend
fucking
that told
eerie,
me,
like nice pace built into it. Immediately, what I thought of, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to. A friend told me to stop worrying about because everything's been written. You just got to do your own.
Same notes, man.
Yeah, so I get anxious about that shit, and I was like, I don't know if anybody's even gonna hear it, so we just.
And that beginning, you just made that up in studio, like that guitar synth kind of sound.
Yeah,
that shit was done on the fly, and it does add a huge element.
He was just throwing shit on with his pedals and experimenting, and we were like, ooh, I like that.
Wes said that from Holy Ground said I said figure it out, and I just turned I took all my pedals and timed them all up, and then I just wanted to sound the notes, so I just started punching the guitar.
That's so tight that you think it sounds like a John Carpenter movie.
Yeah, dude, that's badass.
I think that's fucking great, dude. And it, like you said, you can't everything's been done a million times. Shit, I remember being in a band or trying to play guitar in a band, and I was like, yo, check this out, and I fucking laid this riff out, and it was heavy. Drummer starts playing, and then we get done. He's like, that's a First Blood song. And I'm like, no. You know? And then I fucking,
it's the way she goes.
I didn't even mean to, you know what I mean?
Who gives a fuck if it was a First Blood riff? Make it your own and change one chug.
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty much what happened, but that was like 20 years ago, too.
But you're old, too.
Oh, yeah, I can relate. Yeah, I was born in the 80s.
Same.
Yeah,
Seven.
You got through the 70s over here.
I was at the gas station the other day, and I was talking with one of the women that worked there, and we were talking about like the 90s, and this kid is like that works there. He just kind of butts in, and he's like, I was unfortunately not born until 2003. I'm like, oh, and it's like I got a kid that is born in 2007. So it's like you know what I mean? They're all kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Blows me away though how time flies like that.
Nothing makes you feel older than when somebody doesn't catch your reference on something, man.
Oh my God, I do.
Every day of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, every day. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Especially when you work with a bunch of fucking teenagers at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, and I'm a barber, so I hear it from the kids every day. Like, what was it like in the 90s?
Since we were talking about John Carpenter, this was some years ago, but I worked with some younger people, and when Rob Zombie's version came out, like, oh, did you see that Halloween movie? And I'm like, no, man, I'm kind of on the John Carpenter side of things. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And he had no idea.
Rob Zombie made one good fucking movie.
I'm gonna say Devil's Rejects.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Everything else was trash.
Everything else was
He
mediocre.
wants to put his gross, ugly wife in every goddamn
The
movie.
Salem
Over
one
the
that
heat.
sucked. Yeah, we were on another podcast and we were talking about this very thing.
Oh,
They were
White Zombie was a great band.
Amen.
Awesome. But
yeah, and then he went solo-ish kind of.
the Rob Zombie shit, like if you go and like get on YouTube, you can look up isolated vocal tracks from
Oh,
Rob
yeah,
Zombie,
that's
and they're
great.
so funny because he's just like he has no breath, he has no energy whatsoever, and they're just hysterical. I don't know what's better to watch those or the Vince Neil Motley Crue videos
Oh,
of
that
Vince Neil
shit's
kind of
fucking
thing.
hilarious.
David Lee Roth's pretty good too lately.
that's my shit. I love that David Lee Roth isolated vocal shit. Cracks me up, man.
Well, what's
It's
better
horrible too.
than
I'm gonna have to fucking check this stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
You should. They're hysterical.
Yeah.
I always default to those ones where it's like it shows like the music video, but it's got like they put the sound in it for it, like
Oh yeah, yeah.
was it like David Bowie and
Oh, like the
Mick
mashup?
Jagger doing Dancing in the Street?
Yeah.
But it's
Oh, yeah.
out.
But it's just the
Yeah.
sound
You just
and,
feel
like,
like the
Yeah.
squeak to their feet and shit, like
and
that's I got a problem with those. So
yeah,
sorry,
all day long.
Sorry to get off topic.
Oh man, fucking get off topic. It's cool. That dancing in the street shit's crazy weird.
Oh, dude. Yeah. What else can we talk shit about?
Yeah.
Anything, man, anything.
Anything. Fucking.
Are you guys planning on touring on this shit or what?
hopefully.
It would be cool. Nick's got his own business. The other three of us got kids. It would be cool to tour. It's just like I especially I'm a bartender, so it's hard for me to request weekends off and shit to be able to do stuff. My job is willing to work with me on that, but at the same time, touring would be hard for me personally because if I'm not making any money, I can't pay my rent.
Those are your big fucking nights.
Exactly. But if we had the opportunity, yeah, would love to.
Yeah, at least maybe some long weekends or something
Yeah,
here.
regional
regional
stuff,
stuff,
you know, for
Definitely.
now.
Have you guys had a chance to like play locally?
We're getting ready to have our third show tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, right on. Yeah, because you guys played last week, right?
Yeah, we did our record release show last week at a really cool bar called Melody Inn in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
We got our record release show there. And tomorrow night we're playing with Resin, R-E-Z-N, and
Harsh Realm.
Harsh Realm at Black Circle. But yeah, we're doing some local shows. Not trying to like play a bunch. I think the only other show we have booked is the Post Pre-Fest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a big festival in Indy every summer called Post Fest. And we're playing like the pre-show on a Wednesday at Black Circle. Shout out to Black Circle.
Yeah.
Man, that's in my opinion, that's the best music spot in Indy.
Yes.
Black Circle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Black Circle Brewery. They run a tight ship. They're good people.
Yeah.
When is that fest?
Coming up in
June.
it's in July. Yeah, because it's the weekend of my birthday. Yeah, the 24th, 25th, and 26th, I think.
Oh, right on. So it's a little ways out.
Yeah,
It's a little ways out. And the headliners playing the actual fest are Converge and Cave-In, and they haven't played Indianapolis since
the 90s.
late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys feel about Converge? I love
Love 'em.
Converge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
I love Converge.
All right.
Oh, Bill's got an opinion. Hold
All
on.
right.
Okay.
I have tried so many times to like Converge and to get into Converge, and I don't knock it, man. I respect the game. It's just not for me.
For
It's
sure.
it makes me nervous, and I'm real
Makes me
select.
nervous.
I'm real selective about like the speedy shit I like.
Oh, right on.
And Converge, just for whatever reason, man, I've tried. I promise you, I've tried. a handful of times to get into it. I just cannot do it.
I personally love Converge.
What
I
about
think
Converge with Chelsea Wolf?
I think all of Converge's records are fucking amazing. My personal favorite is the split with Agoraphobic Nosebleed.
Oh,
I think that split fucking just kills it.
I'm a petitioning guy.
Yeah, that's second on my list for sure. I understand why people don't get them.
Oh, I do too. I do too.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that until just now. This
Yeah.
motherfucker didn't like Converge.
I can't believe I admitted it here to the world.
I'll tell you this: that last album with Chelsea Wolf was fucking shit smeared on disc. I did not
I
like
haven't
it.
listened to it because I knew it would be that. Because I don't fucking like Chelsea Wolf.
No, yeah, I don't. Chelsea Wolf, whatever, but that's not a Converge album. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They're trying to do something out of their realm, and that's fine.
What did you think of that Thou record with Emma Ruth Rundle?
I didn't. I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Oh, do you see? I dug that. You guys know about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't care for it?
I think everybody should stay in their lane and do what they're good at.
Yeah.
I don't think hardcore bands should have these gothy folk singer girls interact with them on records.
Do what?
Metallica and Lou Reed.
Oh my god, that shit's hilarious. There's videos of that I'm sure you've seen that are pretty funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man.
Nightmare shit.
I like Chelsea Wolf on her own, and I like Emma Ruth Rundle on her own. I don't like the collaborations.
She'll be at Post Fest too.
Yeah. Emma Ruth Rundle's also playing that Post Fest.
Oh, right.
Show.
That's pretty fucking big.
Yeah,
it's the biggest lineup that they've had.
Yeah.
They've been doing it, what, 6 years?
Yeah, I was just trying to think of that. I don't know how many.
Well, because Bill's old band Trenches played it.
Yeah, we played it 2 years ago.
2 or 3.
2 or 3 years ago. Who was the headliner that year? I can't remember.
I don't. Wasn't no Zayo was there, but
There wasn't that headliner.
Headline.
Cave-In.
Zayo. Can you believe Zayo's a thing again?
Say what about Zayo?
Can you believe they're a thing again?
Yeah, dude, some things that are things I can't believe are things.
Right?
For instance, if you would have told me that Marauder was gonna be held in the regard that it is now, I would have lost that bet.
Dude, no shit. I remember watching the old Hellfest DVD when I was a kid and watching Marauder come on all wearing their matching Adidas tracksuits and shit and being like, man, this shit is clowning. This is goofy.
It's just like,
And now everybody's just like, Master Killer is the best fucking shit ever. It's okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go see him here shortly, but like only because they happen to be on that bill, I guess. But why isn't Biohazard getting as much love? I don't know. I kind of hold them a little higher, in my opinion. Than
I love Biohazard, man.
As far as New York shit, yeah.
That's a good collaboration. Onyx and Biohazard.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was a good
It's
one.
crazy.
the Onyx and Biohazard video, I was just watching Beavis and Butthead, and that shit came on Beavis and Butthead, and I was losing my shit. I was like, man, look at Evan Seinfeld with hair.
Was that Judgment Night?
Yeah, Judgment Night.
Yeah, that whole
Yeah,
album
man,
was
that's
fucking
cool.
tight, dude. Fucking
Oh,
Faith
yeah,
No
yeah,
More,
dude.
Booyah Tribe. Fuck.
Urban Discipline.
I think they just got done with a big European tour.
I think
Biohazard.
it's crazy, dude. All the bands that are like back together touring or
Yeah.
Playing all these giant fests.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Gotta get paid.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. I'm going to a giant fest at the end of the month. I mean, it's the way to do it.
What one?
Tied Down.
In Detroit?
Yep.
Dude, I'll see you there.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I'll be there.
I want to go. I need to go see HopeCon.
Oh yeah, me too, dude. There's
Hope
it's so sick.
Conspiracy is like my favorite fucking band from back then.
I got can you see? I got a HopeCon poster up over there from their newer album.
Oh yeah, I see it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go down there for a pre-show at the Magic Stick, and then I should be there through Monday. Well, I got to come back Monday. It's my kid's 18th birthday, so I got to come back. Damn it! But
Damn, so you got an 18-year-old.
yep, that's it.
It's crazy.
That's all.
Yeah, like fests like that, like Tied Down, like that's the type of shit we would like to somehow get booked onto. Like
Right.
going back to the touring question, it would be awesome to like get out of town and do some shit for sure. Like we got our buddies playing this band called Mother of Graves from here in Indy, and they're more like Catatonia goth metal shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And they pretty much do like weekends out to go play. They just played the what fest was that? Milwaukee.
Yeah, they played.
Milwaukee Metal and Beer
They
Fest.
put the decibel thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just played the Milwaukee Metal and Beer Fest.
Mm.
And they got a huge welcoming there, and it's just touring is really expensive, number one, and if you're not making any money, again, we're all old, so it's not like being in your early 20s where you're excited to go out on the road for a week and come home fucking broke.
Right, right, right.
I like real beds.
Yeah, I try to sleep on no couch or floor, man.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of the way I see things now, like you said, is you can go hit 5, 6 of these festivals a year, and people watch you from fucking YouTube at home, and that seems to be how people get these fucking followings, and then because they're spread out enough to where they're, 4 to 6, 7 hours away from everybody, you can make one of those fests, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Be the way to do it. And then I see a lot of bands go to Europe during the winter,
Right.
Hell yeah.
I
but
got a good buddy of mine. His band. He's in Austin, in this desert rock band. They're called High Desert Queen, and
Queen.
yeah, they play Europe all the time, man. They've been over there 3 times now, and he's always telling me how the scene over there is so much different, so much better than touring in the States. Everything's a little closer
Everybody says.
together, and just things are cheaper. Crowds are more appreciative. He actually makes decent money doing it. Yeah, I would love to tour Europe.
Yeah, I want to live over there for a little while.
Yeah,
I was about to say it would be awesome to get the fuck out of this country with the way it's going and just move to Europe and do that shit. But
In that regard, I think we're fucked wherever we go, but I definitely wouldn't mind going over there before it's all gone, you know what I mean?
True. that.
fucking truth.
So anyway, back to happier things here.
anyway,
So you guys got these cassette tapes. I ended up with 64 out of 100. And then, of course, you have the digital CDs. Are you going to press this to vinyl at any time, or?
ooh. So we had talked about that originally with Sean at Wise Blood, and I would love to. I mean, I love vinyl. I collect a shit ton of vinyl. It just at the time, I mean, we're a new band, hadn't played a show yet.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It didn't make much sense to like spend that much money on something that might sit on a shelf somewhere and not get,
Nobody give a
no one
fuck
gives
about
a
it.
fuck about
Oh,
it.
no
So
doubt, no doubt.
I mean, if there's demand for it, then hell yeah, we would love to do that.
I had some people reach out and ask if that, and I don't know. I think it's just the timing of it. But Sean kind of said too, like it takes a while to get that stuff together, and I don't know.
The turnaround time for getting our buddy Sean that helped put out the record through Wise Blood, he was hesitant to want to try and do a vinyl because he's sitting on a lot of shit and it's just really expensive, and the turnaround time for production on it and it getting done takes forever.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
So if I don't know, if we sell out of all the tapes and CDs, yeah, we might talk about it.
Yeah, I would love to.
I think it would be really cool to have it pressed, and like I think it's short enough that it would be cool to do it on like a 10-inch instead of a full 12-inch LP, and like do like a custom release.
It'd be dope to do it that way. The only argument I always hear is it costs the same amount to do it on a 12-inch.
Right.
So they're like, I guess
It's going to be expensive regardless.
right. So
I was just looking at Bill as a collector. I was looking for his opinion on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, no, see, that's how I am. I'm like, I just love fucking vinyl, so that's why
I don't care. Yeah, who cares?
I used to, but my wife said there's no room in the house for a record player, so I gave all my records to my best friend.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
that hurt.
It's a hell of a thing to do.
It's fine.
I like
Yeah.
sharing music. I'll give stuff away.
Oof.
So what do you,
Man.
so what are some of your guys' favorite bands then? What'd you put into this record?
I mean, like somebody said it the other day, and I wanted to give him a gold star or a hug or send him a gif of "Did we just become best friends?" from Step Brothers, because he said, "You made me listen to Crowbar," and then I went and started listening to Entombed, and I was like, that's pretty much the two things that I think I was listening to most, like when we were writing a lot of this stuff. Yeah, but that's definitely two of my favorites. I don't know, but yeah, the Crowbar is obviously a big influence on it, but trying to not sound like Crowbar while liking Crowbar is also a skill. So yeah, I mean those are the bigger influences, but I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, I think that's where, you know, you and I see the most eye to eye is our love of Crowbar. You know, that's going way, way, way back.
I think that goes all around.
Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, that's universal over here. Yeah, definitely. I mean, as far as Kiritsis goes, yeah, I mean, I hear Crowbar kind of more than anything. I've heard a lot of people say like High on Fire. Um,
That was kind of my inspiration behind the way I did some of the drums.
yeah, maybe the drums more
That's
than
not the
anything.
question. What are your favorite bands?
Oh, my favorite band.
That's what he's asking.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm asking your favorite, but I definitely hear fucking Crowbar in there for
Yeah,
sure.
Crowbar, Godflesh again.
The High on Fire drums, definitely.
Yeah. Dude, I love Faith No More.
Same. In my top 5 for sure.
I love Faith No More.
Angel Dust is an incredible
Oh,
record.
dude, I celebrate their entire catalog.
All of it.
Yeah. But
You
yeah,
got my top 3 favorite bands right off the bat.
Go.
Thin Lizzy,
okay.
Motorhead,
Yeah.
Lucero.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
I like Lucero a lot. I like to listen to sad bastard country music.
Gotcha. I love me some Motorhead, dude. I'll tell you that much.
You want to see my Motorhead tattoo? Let me get up close so you can see it.
Yeah. With a
As long
cheap
as it's
thing.
not on your ass or.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
on his ball sack.
Yeah, on his ball sack. There's Lenny. Yeah, it's nice when people have religious tattoos on themselves.
What else you got, Nick? Faith No More and who else?
Well, are we talking about
Your
influence?
personal favorites.
Personal, like
Personal.
unrelated to Kiritsis?
Yes, unrelated.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. 'Cause
Desert Island
you know what? I listen to a lot of industrial, dark wave, and post punk stuff most of the time. I mean, I grew up on metal, but I kind of went the other way for a lot of years.
Over the years, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm so varied. It's hard for me to say, but Faith No More is definitely in my top 5.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Radiohead.
That's the Radiohead's up there for me.
Probably. Then we're gonna go the other way and talk about Morbid Angel.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
Carcass.
Carcass.
I love Carcass.
Entombed.
Yeah.
Yep, Entombed.
I like
Pestilence.
shit
like that. So I don't know. I really love when it comes to metal. I like old school death metal and thrash.
I can't get behind the radio thing though. They're not. My
I'm right there with you, brother.
They never did anything for me.
I agree.
Nothing against. That's kind of one of those things where I got mad respect for them, but
right.
I don't know, man. I just
It's all subjective, man.
There's plenty of shitty music that I listen to. Like all 3 of these dudes would like clown on me. Like I fucking love '90s radio rock. I love Matchbox 20. I love Gin Blossoms.
Oh, dude, I love some Gin Blossoms.
Dude, I love the Gin Blossoms. They're so fucking good.
Oh my god.
I'm not embarrassed whatsoever to say it. I love that.
Shout out to Spin Doctors, man. Come on.
No Spin Doctors.
I
listen to
fuck with
Police
Spin Doctors either.
And I have for years.
Please.
The
We're gonna do a
Police.
Spin Doctors cover, man.
No Spin Doctors.
Oh, that'd be fucking horrible. But in a good way.
Especially with your vocal range.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. That's actually kind of a question that we ask on here towards the end, so I'll save it, even though we kind of just talked about fucking things that we would be not so embarrassed, but don't really tell anybody we like, you know what I'm saying?
I have no shame. We can revisit.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. It's
So I noticed there's a mess of boogie back there.
Oh yeah, that's I played guitar in a few bands back in the day.
Oh, right on. You can sit up.
Yeah, that's a old '90s 2-channel triple. It's been with me through thick and thin. I love that thing, man. You got to wrestle it. It never sounds the same 2 nights in a row, but there's just something about it, something magical about it. Every once in a while, you get a piece of gear that's like that, and
Yeah,
that's
no
that
doubt. I've had to sell fucking. I'm sure all you guys have had to sell like gear and shit that you're like, oh,
heartbreaking.
yeah, dude, it blows
Yeah.
sometimes.
I'm sure my wife wished I'd sell more gear.
That was the only way to get anything else. Like back in the days when there was like zero money, you
One
just like
out,
would
one
like
out,
trade
one
in
Oh,
for.
exactly.
I
You
mean,
had to
Yeah.
swap this guitar for that one, and then you're like, fuck, that one's way better. Like,
yeah.
or whatever.
What's your biggest heartbreak, man? What's your one that got away?
The guitar.
Yeah.
or amp,
Or
whatever gear.
Okay,
gear.
an amp. I had a Marshall half stack and a JVM, 3 channel,
Yep.
1,000 watts or 1,000 watts, 100 watts, and I had to sell it for $1,000, the whole thing.
Oh,
So that was a kick to the nuts.
yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
worth, I had to do it at the time.
I've been there. I had to sell my whole guitar rig when I was done with the last band I was in because I'm not playing guitar anymore and I was
Right.
out of a job. I had a Sovtech MiG 100 that was an amazing amp.
Damn.
And I had to sell that and my Marshall cab for about the same as you did. I think I sold the Sovtech and that amp for about $1,200. But I wasn't playing guitar anymore, so it's like fuck it, whatever. I need rent money.
Fucking brutal. Another
Yeah.
one that got me, and it wasn't even that it was that expensive, but I had a Epiphone 56 gold top with P90s in it. It was
Oh
just a
yeah.
fun fucking guitar to play. I
Yeah.
got it for like $300 with the case. It was like some sale thing, right? And
Hell yeah.
then I had, you know what I mean, like you guys. I had like five, 6 different guitars at one time. So then you just start offing them right when you had to. And that's one that I wish I could fucking get because it's like it was just something about how that one was put together. I'll never get that fucking thing again. Because I had a buddy with the exact same guitar, and then they're like 2 different ones.
Sure.
It's not the same,
Not the
right?
same, dude.
It's fucking
Yeah.
crazy weird, man.
It's so crazy. Like you find those pieces, they're just like I said, magic. There's something in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What about you, Eric? You're always trading and switching and swapping and
I don't think there's anything I got rid of that didn't have a reason to go. I had that he wanted to buy that was that Mockingbird off of me that had like the Mother Pro Cloud inlays.
I didn't want to buy that.
I ordered it from Japan. It had like those racing
The
stripes
BC
on it.
Greenwich.
Yeah, but it was like it was neck heavy and it just wasn't for me. So I've made a lot of mistakes and wasted a lot of money just trying shit out and just selling it. But I even the other day I was looking at that Gibson SG, that black one. I finally because I had back in the day when we were playing, I had 3 different black SGs, but they're all Epiphones because I was poor and didn't know much about gear. And finally got that Gibson I wanted, and it sucked. Fucking hated it. And then that's the last SG. So I went from having all SGs to none, and I'm okay with that.
what was it about that Gibson SG that
I don't know. I mean,
It didn't play as good as the Epiphones.
it didn't feel good and it needed.
just tone and sound and you just feel everything?
I don't know. I just think
off.
this SGs aren't for me anymore. Yeah, I would have had to swap out pickups and shit. It didn't feel right.
I personally have never been that much of a gear nerd.
Right.
It doesn't really matter for me in this band because I don't play any instruments, but I've never really held on to in the old bands I was in that I played bass or guitar in. It doesn't matter what kind of it could be a fucking Squire playing through a goddamn
Right.
combo amp if it's some shitty punk rock band playing in a basement, you know. I've just never been that big of a nerd about gear.
Yeah, I only held on to a Epiphone Les Paul, like just a copy beater. But then I have a 54 Gretsch that
Now that sounds cool.
yeah, I can't get rid of it.
Yeah, man.
Don't get rid of that. That
Yeah,
sounds
so I
tight.
just keep it around.
Does it have a Bigsby on it or is it a
No,
hardtail?
it's just a hardtailed,
Yeah.
like a
I had
6185. It's just like
Nice.
a big boat, you know.
I had this one of the second or third electrical guitars I had when I was a teenager was it was an Ibanez. It was Bass Boat Sparkle Blue, but it had this Bigsby on it. It looked cool as shit.
Bigsby the
Yeah, the
Wham
Wham
bar.
Yeah, and that fucking thing couldn't stay in tune
Yeah, because of the Bigsby.
because of that Bigsby, dude. And I don't know if they're different now. If that's just a cheap, shitty one. I don't know, but that totally turned me against Bigsby.
So I had a Gretsch with a Bigsby, like a newer one at one time, and that kind of was as far as tune goes. But it had
Yeah.
like a Korean Bigsby on it.
Oh, okay.
So I also had a Gibson Joan Jett Melody Maker,
Oh,
and I put a Bigsby on that, and that stayed in tune. But that was like a
Melody makers are the double cut ones, right?
yeah, and it was
Yeah.
just her like signature model or whatever. And that was another one like I sold and was like, fuck, but you know, what are you gonna do? But I will say this in the Gibson Epiphone argument, that gold top came in like basically you just plug it in and go. That fucking Joan Jett one, like you had to tear it apart and put it back together when it came in. I don't know. Gibson's kind of rent over the years, I guess.
yeah. I know. There's thousands of message boards talking about their quality control over the last decade or two. Has fucking been in the shitter.
I'd believe it. But yeah, that
Yeah.
shit never stays in tune.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man.
But anyway, enough about guitars.
What's your favorite band? Like currently,
Oh my god.
what's your favorite shit to listen to currently right now with like all the heavy shit that's going on?
Right now, I listen to you guys. I'll tell you what's on my shit. Bayway. You guys listen to Bayway?
Yeah.
Jersey, fucking
Bayway.
sick. Oh, Fool's Game. Oh, I was jamming some Until the End. Old band.
Okay.
Missing Link, Gridiron.
Gridiron, hell yeah. How do you feel about Sing with Sugabog?
Say that again.
Say it again.
How do you feel about Sing with Sugabog?
I'm unfamiliar, I guess.
They play all the like big hardcore fest, but they're a death metal band. Like straight up scribble.
Like some hip hop shit. I'm kind of all over the place. Shit, I'll even listen to Buck Owens every now and then.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's your hip hop shit, man?
Right now it would be like, you know, Benny, like the Griselda kind of shit. But today I was listening to fucking Nate Dogg, you know.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Like I just go listen to old shit usually. Nate Dogg, Biggie.
Yep. 90s East Coast, man.
Me and Eric are big MF Doom fans.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, Doom's the shit. Hey, what do you think of Victor Vaughn? I like that.
Oh, dude, fucking the Victor Vaughn record
I think that shit's almost
better than MF Doom records.
Yeah, I would almost
Victor
agree
Vaughn?
with you.
That Victor Vaughn shit's so dark and like, love Victor Vaughn. I had that on LP.
Oh, Vinny Paz, he just put out a new record. I got that. That's really good. From Army of Pharaohs and shit.
My kiddo's obsessed with Kendrick Lamar, so Kendrick Lamar is pretty much on all the time at
I
home.
gotcha.
He's 10 years old. He's got good taste already.
That's good. So what are you guys up to tonight anyway?
We're about to bust through our practice here so we can be ready for this show tomorrow.
That's what's up. What time do you guys got to be there?
I think 6:30 tomorrow. Between 6:30
6:30 and 7. We open. We play at 8.
Oh, that's
We're
what's
the
up.
only local. Black Circle is, like we were talking about earlier, Black Circle is an amazing venue in town. They take care of everybody that comes through and plays there. The booking company that runs Black Circle is called Stranger Attractions. The dude that runs that plays in a couple bands here in town. You should check out Flesher.
Oh yeah, that's fucking old school death metal shit, man.
Yeah.
Flesher, and he also sings for like an 80s.
Synthwave.
No, I'm talking about Sacred Leather.
Oh shit. Yeah, like a Judas Priest,
Quiet Riot,
power metal fucking band.
Sacred,
That band.
Sacred Leather.
Sacred Leather.
Sacred Leather.
Yeah, dude.
And he's a fucking killer singer in that band, and he's a fucking killer drummer in Flesher. But he runs most of the booking through Black Circle. He's a solid dude. Definitely check out both those bands. They're fucking great in their own right.
Yeah, Dustin Bulges, man. That's our boy's name.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, he played drums in Demericus.
Skeleton Witch. Yeah, he was in Skeleton Witch, if you're familiar with them.
Oh yeah, I know Skeleton Witch.
He was the drummer for Skeleton Witch for
Oh,
years.
shit.
Yeah.
He books a fest at Black Circle every year called Heavy Hell. Last year, the headliner was Mortician.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
This year, the headliner is 6 Feet Under, which is pretty fucking lame in comparison to Mortician.
I didn't even know fucking 6 Feet Under was still going.
Somebody else big was playing too. Who else is on that?
Val's on there.
Val's playing.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Fucking 6 Feet Under. That's kind of what I meant earlier. But everybody's like, let's get back together and fucking make some money.
Right.
Well, exactly. And you were just talking about. You said AC/DC. Remember that fucking 6 Feet Under AC/DC cover?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Oh, it's so bad.
Dirty Deeds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Dirty Deeds.
Oh, the Dirty Deeds.
It's not all.
Oh, they
It's
did
so
all kind of Hell's Bells. I think they did Hell's Bells, didn't they?
Was it? Yeah.
Back in Black.
Fair.
I just remember hearing that shit when I was a kid and being like, what happened to Cannibal Corpse?
Yeah.
Like,
They got a better singer.
you know, for sure.
I saw them a couple weeks ago. Their drummer seemed tired.
Oh, yeah.
They're old. And they're old.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, they played with Carcass, Chicago. It was an awesome show. Meshuggah.
Carcass was fucking rad or what?
Oh yeah, they always sound so polished and clean live.
Yeah.
They played and Meshuggah played. And Meshuggah tore it up too.
That's a solid tour.
Yeah.
Hell of a tour.
Yep.
Yeah, Cannibal's my 15-year-old daughter's favorite band.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I took her to see him in Louisville last summer.
I would have got kicked out of school for wearing a fucking Cannibal Corpse t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I did get kicked out of school for.
Yeah, I'm sure you did, you know. And now it's like you're taking your daughter to him.
Yeah.
It's
See, we
fucking
stood in
nuts.
line in that merch line. It was a good hour-long wait in that fucking merch line, but she had to get a hoodie, so she's got her Cannibal Corpse hoodie, man. It's all good.
Dude, and it's fucking the money, dude, people can rake in now.
Oh my God.
It is.
But
It's
that hoodie
crazy.
cost $90.
I can't remember. I was just trying to think of that. Yeah, it wasn't.
Last big show I went to was Merciful Fate in Cincy, and I spent $60 on a long sleeve shirt.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's gnarly. I
Fuck
like
that.
I like my punk rock hardcore t-shirts for fucking $20.
Yeah.
Dude,
I remember when
lucky-
we used to sell shirts for $10.
Fuck.
yeah,
Shit.
exactly. Yeah, fucking A.
Again, we're showing our age.
We're old and wise. Everybody else is stupid, remember? So before we wrap this up, I'm gonna go around and we're gonna get back to the what's something that you guys listen to that nobody would expect you to listen to.
I think that was
Either by looking at you or the music you play.
I think well, Bill knows probably what I'm gonna say, but yacht rock.
Okay.
Yacht rock is the number one, but like I don't know, I like Fleetwood Mac. I don't some of these people are outside of that. I like the Eagles. I like anything with the Doobie Brothers. But that's all stuff that I grew up. My dad listened to, and I don't know. I think that's like
70s classic rock, soft rock kind of shit.
yeah, it's just the most chill shit. But I mean, I still listen to like Ice Cube and stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
I don't know. That one's always weird for people. I think when I'm listening to hip hop, but yeah, it's mostly I think yacht rock. But I'm not not something I'm ashamed of because I listen to it all the time. But
No,
But that's-
that's kind of like where we're at too. We're like, well, we're really not ashamed, but it's like just when I say it that way, I guess people seem to be like, oh, okay, I get it.
yeah.
I'd say mine is probably fucking Sade, man. I love Sade.
Oh, yeah, dude, we're some Sade fans over here, Ryan and I too.
He's a sexy motherfucker, dude.
Fucking smooth operator.
I went to a Sade concert here in Indy back in this was '90s. At like the big outdoor place, it was Deer Creek. It's been through 20 different name changes since then. But there was a lightning storm in the back, but it wasn't raining on us. and she like fucking took a break, went over to the side of the stage, smoked a cigarette while the band was just jamming some smooth shit, and there's lightning in the background. Dude, it was fucking amazing. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
She's a fucking smoker.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's fucking nuts.
Have you heard her voice?
Yeah, but like shit, dude. I can't believe like you think you'd be taking care of that shit.
I'm kind of glad that you brought up her because we were talking about how much all of us love Crowbar.
Yeah, yeah.
And Kirk Weinstein, from the singer of Crowbar, in multiple interviews, he talks about how he learned to sing better. He learned to sing better from listening to Sade.
Yeah, I
Oh,
knew
no
he was
shit.
better, man. I remember hearing
Yeah.
that in an interview sometime. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, we all should listen to Sade and sing better.
And yeah, for real.
Is it on to me now?
Yeah,
On to you.
I already talked about 90s pop rock that I like. Old outlaw country, I guess people would be surprised I listen to. I listen to a lot of Johnny Paycheck.
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Yeah.
I am a redneck. I guess it's not. I love Lana Del Rey.
That's a good one.
Love Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, I got a thing for her too. Sometimes.
Seen her live a couple times. She puts on a pretty decent show.
Oh, that's what's up.
I think I already embarrassed myself enough with the Matchbox 20 and
Yeah, that
Counting Crows, Third Eye Blind shit.
We get spin doctor tattoos, man.
No Spin Doctors.
Third Eye Blind. That's a pretty cringy.
Dude, that fucking record with Jumper on it. That's a fucking perfect record. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Oh man, killing me, brother.
You heard.
I would have to say the Police. I listen to the Police every day.
Oh yeah.
Every day. That's what's up.
Yeah, I have for years. It makes me happy. I don't know, man. Yeah, Stuart Copeland too. Yeah, I mean, obviously. And I like to listen to like a lot of instrumental dub and reggae music, just because I enjoy the tape echoes of the guitars, just all that type of stuff. It just makes me chill. So
yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I was fucking chopping up some old Roots records, and the cover had like it's called Hot Sauce 5, Hot Sauce Volume 5 had like a naked chick on the cover, so it was kind of it was appealing in both ways.
Hell yeah.
It's like good tunes and a wall hanger. But hey, man, I appreciate you guys taking the time to meet with me, talk about your band and everything you guys are doing.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, thank you for having us, dude.
Hope your buddy that fucking yard shit straight.
Oh yeah, he'll get it. If tell everybody where they can get this shit if they want to.
Bandcamp.
Yeah.
What is it? Kiritsis Bandcamp/bandcamp.com or the fuck is it?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
It's available.
Get on Bandcamp and search Kiritsis.
There it is.
Yeah.
We're the only one.
It's everywhere.
It's on the whole record's on all streaming platforms. We've got merch on our.
Yep, on the Bandcamp, and we got a Threadless link too with some shit.
Awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Threadless and Lance for hooking us up with that too. So
yeah, man.
And we'll leave shit in our description of the episode so people can just click right there to it.
Cool, man.
Hell yeah, thank you,
brother.
If there's anything else, you guys fucking have a good night.
Where are you located, brother?
Oh, Michigan, 4 hours north of Detroit. See my hand?
Okay.
I love you put the
Right there, dude.
you're like right by
Right on.
gotcha.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I'll hit you up and hopefully we can meet up at Tied Down.
Oh, most definitely, dude. Yeah, I'll be there for sure.
Hell yeah.
Cool,
Yeah,
man.
hit me up at on Instagram if you want. Daggerface Duval.
Yeah, I'll send you a message to the podcast and I'll shoot you my phone number.
Word. All right. Thanks, guys.
Hey,
All right,
thank you for your time, brother. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. Keep up the good work.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Have a good night, brother.
Yeah, you too. Peace.
Peace.